So then that's what the relay does, okay? So now we're going to talk about a solenoid. The solenoid is kind of the same thing as a relay. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Gets energized. It's a magnet pretty much when it gets energized. Creates a magnetic force, and then that magnetic force pulls that switch closed. It's the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. All right? When you're checking that and a relay, you're going to check it for two things on the meter. That's a little tricky. When you're going to check it for two things, you're going to check it. Actually, the same thing. You're going to actually, yeah, it's the same thing you're checking for. All right? One is going to be continuity, which is the switch. And then the other one, the relay, the coil, you're going to check for ohms. It's two different things, but it's going to be the same setting on this meter here.
You ohms for both, right? Ohms for the
ohms for both, right?
Switch, ohms for the...
And ohms for the coils. Right. That's what you're going to check it for when you're checking it for that. You know, and what you can also check it for, volts. You can also check it for volts as well. You got to make sure that you're getting the right power going to those relays, right? To eliminate that, okay, it's not a power issue, that, you know, you're getting the right power going to the relay, and then you check the electrical component of the relay, the switch part of it and the solenoid part of it. All right. So we're gonna check it. So
the line coming in, you check voltage.
Right. You would check voltage coming in. Right.
And then after the line, like where the coil is, would be ohms.
Right. Right. So it's the same thing with every part, right? The same thing with every part. Well, the wire, no. The battery, no. The resistor, you're gonna check the resistor, depending on what type of resistor it is and what type of power it is. First, you're gonna check the resistor to make sure that the resistor itself is working. We're checking on ohms, and after that, you check it for power. Or you can do either or. You can check it for power. Make sure that you're getting the right power going to it, and then you check it for ohms, just to make sure that the resistor itself is working. So pretty much that's what you're checking for. But what we have here, the symbols here, are just checking it when you're checking just the part itself. All right? I know we went through all this, you just have to go back. So checking this here, you're gonna check it for ohms, right? Checking this here, checking it for ohm setting on the meter. Like I said, if you look at the pattern, man, we're only using pretty much, like I said, man, yeah, ohms, volts, that's it. All right, let's talk about the fuse. The fuse, what that does, the only thing that does is just interrupts the circuit. That's all it is. Interrupts the circuit.
It's the protector.
The protector, right? And how does that break? Too much amps going through the fuse. All right, the fuse could be just like the breaker. It has a number on it. Sometimes it says 120 volts to 250 volts, 20 amps, 10 amps. You got to read the fuse. On the fuse, it's going to have the capacity of how much can go through that fuse. Anything after that is just going to blow out. All right, so the only thing that does is just protecting the circuit, making sure that everything else doesn't short out, and making sure that part's all right. And then once you see that you have a fuse that's broken, then you gotta check, why did that fuse break? So now you gotta go back and see, all right, did we have a dead short somewhere? You're gonna have to take your meter. Sometimes it could be visible, where you look at a board and it's burned, or you could look and you can see, wow, that wire came loose. It touched the metal part of whatever is around it and shorted and broke the fuse. So when you see a broken fuse, you want to know why that fuse broke, man. So don't just stop like, oh man, you know what, the fuse broke. Let me just pop in another one, because you know what's going to happen. You're going to turn it out again. You're going to blow that fuse. Now you got to find out. Once you find out what the fuse, when it's broken, you got to find out why it broke. All right.